Today, I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people secretly think about, but don't always have the courage to say out loud. It's about love. It's about pain. It's about waiting. And it's about that moment when you believe with your whole heart she will come back. Now, maybe for you it's not just she, maybe it's someone you love deeply, someone who walked away, someone who broke your heart. But deep down, you still believe, one day, they will return. But here's the real question. Are you ready for that? Are you becoming the kind of person that they would actually come back to? Or are you stuck, just waiting, wasting your days, not growing, not moving, just holding on to the idea of them? That's what we're going to talk about today. Not just about waiting, but about transforming. Because yes, she can come back. But she'll only come back if you become yourself. Let's be real for a second. When someone leaves your life, especially someone you love, it feels like your whole world shatters. Your nights get longer, your mornings feel heavier, and your mind, it just keeps replaying the last moments. You start asking yourself questions like, was it my fault? Could I have done more? Does she even think about me anymore? Will she ever come back? If you're nodding your head right now, if this feels like your story, let me tell you something. You're not alone. Millions of people across the world have been where you are, heartbroken, waiting, hoping. And you know what? Many of them gave up on themselves. They stayed in the same pain, the same cycle, the same tears. But the ones who rose, the ones who transformed themselves, they didn't just wait for her to come back. They built a life that made her want to come back. So today, I want you to imagine something with me. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture her, the person you lost, the person you think about at night. Now picture yourself, not as you are right now, but as your best version. Stronger, wiser, healthier, more confident, living with purpose. When she sees that version of you, believe me, she won't just come back halfway. She will come back to never leave again. Here's the secret that most people don't want to admit. Love is attractive, but growth is magnetic. When you grow, when you improve, when you level up your life, people notice. And the person you're waiting for? She notices too, even if she's not in your life right now. Think about it. Would she be drawn to the version of you that's broken, sitting in the dark, scrolling endlessly, depressed, stuck in the past? Or would she be drawn to the version of you that wakes up early, works on goals, takes care of your health, builds success, spreads positivity? If you want her to come back, don't wait by the phone. Don't cry into the pillow every night. Instead, rise, build, become. Because when you're shining, when you're living your truth, when you're becoming the man she always believed you could be, she will come back 100%. Not because you begged her, not because you forced her, but because she won't be able to resist the person you've become. Now, let's talk about the heart. Because I know what you're thinking. I can grow, I can change. But what about the pain I feel right now? What about the memories that keep me awake? I hear you, and I want you to understand this. The pain you're feeling is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Every tear you cry is watering the seeds of your future self. Every lonely night is building the strength you're going to need. Every unanswered call, every text she never replied to is teaching you patience, teaching you how to value communication, teaching you what real love is supposed to feel like. So don't run from your pain. Don't numb it with distractions. Sit with it. Learn from it. Because one day, when she comes back, you'll be able to look her in the eyes and say, "Thank you for leaving. Because in your absence, I found myself." And that, my friend, is when she comes back. Not to the old you, but to the best you. Now let me ask you something directly. If she walked into your life today right now, are you ready for her? Be honest. Would you be proud of who you are today? Would she look at you and say, "Wow, this is the man I've been waiting for"? Or would she look at you and see the same person she left behind? This is where I want you to really reflect. Because your answer will tell you everything you need to know about your next steps. And here's the truth. She will come back. But not to the version of you that's stuck. She will come back to a man that's unshakable. Now in this part, I want to dig even deeper. Because it's one thing to say, level up, grow, improve. But how? How do you actually go from broken, hurting, waiting, to strong, magnetic, and unshakable? This is what we're breaking down today. So stay with me until the very end, because what I'm about to share could change not just your relationship, but your whole life. First things first. If you want her to come back 100, you have to build inner strength. Let me ask you something. When she left, did you crumble? Did you lose yourself? Did you start doubting your worth? That's normal. That's human. But here's the difference between the man who gets her back and the man who stays stuck forever. One uses heartbreak as fuel. The other uses heartbreak as an excuse. So what are you going to do? Every day, you've got two choices. 1. Stay in pain, replay the past, and keep suffering. 2. Or, rise up, take control, and let the pain build your strength. Think about it like this. A diamond is just coal that went through pressure. And right now, you're under pressure. But pressure doesn't destroy diamonds, it creates them. So don't see your heartbreak as an ending. See it as the beginning of your transformation. When you stand strong, when you refuse to be broken, when you use pain as motivation instead of letting it break you, she will notice. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, she'll look back and see a stronger, wiser, more powerful you. And that's when she will come back. Now let's be real. Attraction isn't just emotional, it's also physical. So if you want her to come back, you can't ignore your body. I'm not saying you need a six-pack tomorrow. I'm saying you need discipline. Because discipline in your body shows discipline in your life. Think about it. Are you eating better? Are you training? Are you taking care of your health? Are you sleeping right? When she left, maybe you stopped caring. Maybe you gained weight. Maybe you lost your energy. Maybe you looked in the mirror and didn't even recognize yourself anymore. But here's the secret. When you start taking care of yourself, not only do you look better, you feel better. And when you feel better, you carry yourself differently. You walk with confidence. Your energy changes. And trust me, people feel energy. She will feel it too. So if you want her to come back 100, don't just sit around hoping. Get up, train, move, eat clean. Become the man who glows with health and strength. Because when she sees you, and she will, she won't just see the man she left. She'll see the man she almost lost forever. And that's when her heart will start pulling her back. Okay, let's move deeper. Physical strength is powerful, but emotional strength? That's the real magnet. Here's the truth. Most relationships fail not because of lack of love, but because of lack of understanding. Think back, maybe you argued too much. Maybe you didn't listen enough. Maybe you got defensive. Maybe you let your ego run the show. That's normal, bro. We've all been there. But emotional intelligence means you learn from it. You have to ask yourself, do I listen more than I speak? Do I know how to control my emotions instead of exploding? Do I communicate calmly instead of fighting to win? Do I understand her needs, not just my own? Because here's the deal. When you master your emotions, you stop being reactive and start being attractive. And listen to me carefully. Women don't come back to chaos. They come back to peace. If you're still the same guy who argues, who yells, who gets jealous, who doesn't trust, she's not coming back. But if you've grown into a man of patience, of wisdom, of calm energy, she won't just come back halfway. She will come back fully. And this time, she'll stay. The most powerful thing you can have, more than looks, more than money, more than words, is purpose. Because purpose is magnetic. When you have a vision, when you have goals, when you're chasing something bigger than yourself, you become unstoppable. Think about it. Would she rather come back to a man who's sitting in his room all day, watching Netflix, wasting time, scrolling endlessly on social media, or a man who's building a business, chasing his dreams, grinding at the gym, growing spiritually, building a legacy? It's not even a question. Purpose makes you attractive. And when you're focused on your mission, something powerful happens. You stop chasing people, because you realize the right people chase you. And that's when she will come back. Not because you begged her, not because you waited around, but because your light, your purpose, your vision became too strong to ignore. She will come back to a man on a mission. Now let me ask you this. What are you working on right now? Not just in your heart, but in your life? Are you just waiting, or are you building? Are you just hurting, or are you healing? Are you just remembering, or are you rewriting your story? Drop it in the comments, I want to hear your truth. Because when we share, we grow together. Remember, family, this is not just about love, this is about life. If she comes back, that's beautiful. But if she doesn't, you will still be unstoppable. Because growth is never wasted. Pain is never W.